So, Deric, why don't you start us off with your spooky story?
Thing is incredibly itchy. Rough day today. So I thought about this for a little bit, and it didn't take me too long to recognize what my nightmare as a business owner is, because we're just now getting out of it. So like I said before, we have a really small company. It's about me and 10 other employees, BCBAs and RBTs. And we have a really close-knit group. And we've been really fortunate to have super low turnover, really happy group. Like things go pretty well compared to a lot of the stories that I hear. But then a couple months ago, practically overnight, about half my staff had to put in their notice to leave. And all for different reasons that really had nothing to do with the job. So, someone got pregnant, someone's spouse got a job across the country, someone had an internship start that took all of their time, someone had moved too far out of our area because of their spouse's job, childcare fell through with another person, and within like a 1 week period, we had half the staff that we had before. So I think that was obviously pretty scary, and there's a lot that comes with that. I think that we always focus so much on how to prevent burnout in your employees, and like how to be a supportive manager, and like how to be really good to your employees to maintain retention. We never really talk about the fact that you still can't escape life. If you will do all of these things, and you're I'm not saying I am, but for those who are, who treat their employees very well, who go the extra mile every single day, and they do everything they can to make this a great place to work, you can't prevent the fact that someone's husband got a job somewhere, or someone's wife has to move, or someone's family member falls deathly ill. We can't escape those things. And I feel like I felt really unprepared for a situation like that, very unprepared. And so I think that what I took away from that is that I always have to be overstaffed. And even if everyone is great, everyone is happy, no one's complaining, if it's a smooth work environment, you're really still not safe. And as business owners, you never really are. And I think that we have to accept that. We can get very, very comfortable. We can see smiling faces every day and feel like, we're doing a good job and we have security. You don't. You really, really don't. And again, it could have nothing to do with you. So the key takeaway that I had was to always be overstaffed. And of course, the issue with being overstaffed is that people are not just going to maintain their employment without getting paid, right? So you can't just have people on staff waiting around to work. So the hard truth that I've had to come to swallow is that we are going to have much greater non-billable activities and responsibilities that RBTs, everyone can do, so that in the event that we have someone who has to leave due to childcare or school, that we then have that room in their schedule that they can then take on the caseload from another therapist who might have to leave. So temporarily, that also requires that we have, those types of responsibilities set up, that there are systems to make sure that they're actually getting done. If we're paying all this non-billable time, we need to make sure that we actually have checks and balances with that time, because we can't just be super frivolous with non-billable stuff. So it's a part of, I think, running an ABA company that a lot of us don't pay a lot of attention to is the non-billable portion. I don't think that you can, unless you're one of those big Walmart brand companies, I don't think that you can afford to just do direct therapy. I think focusing on only doing direct therapy is great for your bottom line. It's great for your revenue. It's really bad when life hits, because now we have all these clients that we can't help. And some of these I've been with for years. So what I would suggest to new business owners is to really focus and plan on that non-billable portion of your therapist's job. You're going to need to have it. That's going to give you some wiggle room when life inevitably happens to your staff. That's my scary story and the resolution.
Thank you for sharing. Oh, I feel that so much. We went through similar phases and came up with similar ways to work around it, but no matter how you look, it's hard.
Yeah, when we had 2 BCBAs, that was something that kept me up at night, literally. It was like, what if we lose one of our BCBAs? What do we do, right? Like that, yeah. So, yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah, that's a really tough one.